Wakil Pelajar Antarabangsa iaitu Saudara Abdulah AlSolaiman. Majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Lecturers, parents, and fellow members of UTM. My name is Abdulah AlSolaiman, and I came to Malaysia in 2018, 4 years ago. Between the honors of our faculty, the MPKs in level 5, the Billies in level 1, and the Vice Story building right over there, we lived our 4 years. 4 years of ups and downs, happiness and sadness, and between these two things there was a mix of feelings, a storm of emotions that we spent in our time during UTM. We had assignments, classes, projects, sleepless nights, and hectic load of things that we kept fighting with back and forth till we reached here. Who would have thought that this day is gonna come? Who would have thought that back then, 4 years ago, this graduation is gonna happen? Yet, here we are, finishing our degree, 4 years of the degree, full of things and full of, I would say, emotions. Before I talk about how we came to an end, I want to talk about how it started. At the very beginning of our degree, we were those little young people who had no idea what's going on around. We were asking around the faculty, "Bang, picking a marlin. Bang, where is this? Where is that?" We had no idea about what's happening. And then, little by little, we started to learn, started to grow, and we started to understand ourselves much more. Even though we didn't know anything, we were excited. Excited for what's yet to come. Excited for what we want to accomplish in our lives. And then, here we are at the very specific day, we made it. We made it to the graduation. However, during these 4 years, there was year 2 and year 3, which I like to call as the roller coaster. This roller coaster is when you spend so much time, you're excited, and you're having all this energy, then suddenly you're having the assignments, and everything is closing down you, and then boom, COVID-19. As much as COVID-19 was a very, I would say, horrible experience, because we lost people that we loved, because we knew what is the meaning of being prison, what is the meaning of losing your freedom, of not being able to leave your room. I would like to talk here about this very small, tiny virus that made our lives like hell. But I don't want to talk about how this virus, or how this COVID-19 actually made our lives bad. I want to talk about how COVID-19 indeed made us feel or realize what is missing from our life. For example, we took a lot of things in our life for granted, such as dining in a restaurant. But then suddenly we lost this. Suddenly we couldn't understand, we couldn't feel what is it to not be able to have your food inside. I learned in COVID that having the ability to greet each other, having the ability to hug each other, to kiss the people we love, sitting close to each other, how important is this? Taking what I learned from COVID and applying it to my life at UTM, I would like to say something. I miss my friends. I miss the noise that was in the faculty. I miss the queue, the jam in front of the lift at 7:45. Everybody wants to attend this class. I miss the time where we used to go in 24 here to have our lunch breaks. I miss all of that, and I miss all my friends. Amazing people were around us. Amazing people who never stopped helping us, never stopped believing us, and more importantly, never stopped making us believe in ourselves. I still remember my foundation days when Dr. Sharon used to tell us to talk and express our experience in Malaysia when we first came, when we first landed here as international students. I still remember how Dr. Sharon used to tell us, when you're trying to digitalize the process, don't just digitalize the input, digitalize the process, make it automated, make it easy for people, save people's lives, save people's time. And I think right now, after we went outside the faculty and we started working, we realized how important these things in our life. I still remember running to Miss Marina. I can't see her here, But I still remember running to Miss Marina, who was the coordinator of our CSR program at that time. Every time running to her and telling her about our problems and whatever we had. And she would take it personal. She would take it as it is her own problem that she wants to help us. I still remember Mr. Shamsul, our lab technician, who used to call me that I look like Lily Don, which was a famous football player for Black. I still remember the Beton Rion we did in our faculty, where we all cleaned the faculty. Professors, lecturers, directors, students, even their children, just to understand that it is everybody's responsibility, the cleanness of this faculty, or this home, I would call it. I still remember the cookies Dr. Razana gave me in my very first exam in discrete structures, because it was the highest score in the class. And frankly, I want to say here that it was one of the most amazing cookies I've ever had in my life. I think Dr. Razana would make a great chef. So give her a clap. I still remember everything. I still remember overstudying, going here and there, and all these flashbacks that I mentioned are just a short period of time that we freeze in our brain, that we put here for the rest of our lives. And if we were to frankly think about it, it wasn't about the cookies, it wasn't about the food, it was about the people who are around us. So why I came here today is that I wanted to tell you, I wanted to say that appreciate the little things that we have. Like when we had COVID, we didn't appreciate what does it mean to have dining in, and suddenly it's important. We didn't appreciate what does it mean to greet your friend, to hug your friend, and then when it's gone, we realize how this thing is very crucial to us. And that will continue with us for the rest of our life. If we didn't appreciate what we have to the rest of our life, we would keep regretting not actually doing it in the right time. So, at the end, I want to say the last thing for my fellow graduates, which is something I was personally feeling, and I think most of you are feeling, which is the struggling in 20s. When we walk as young people, we look at the people who are older than us and we wonder, how did they get it all figured out? How they have all their life easy going? But then the simple answer is they didn't. They struggled as much as we did in our 20s. So for everyone who is struggling right there, struggling to get a job, struggling to establish a career, struggling to get married, struggling to do this and do that, I will tell you that you are not alone in this. In the 20s, it is normal. It is expected to be struggling, to be not aware of what this is going to turn out to be like. But you keep going and you find it out along the way. And lastly, I realize how hard it gets for everyone. But always remember that this struggle shall pass too. Take it easy, step by step, and remember, this is not a race. This is not a marathon. It's not like my friend got this, so I have to get like him. Everybody has his own struggle, everybody has his own path, and everybody is always going to get it all figured out at the end of the day. Lastly, I want to say something which is to go easy on ourselves as well. There was one famous verse of poem in Arabic, or one amazing critique called An-Nabi al-Dubyani. He's saying, وَلَسْتَ بِمُسْتَبْكٍ أَخًا لَا تَلُمُّهُ عَلَى شَعْفٍ أَيُّ رِجَالٍ مُهَذَّبُ, which means, and you won't keep a brother around, and if you don't accept him for his mistakes. Because who is among us complete? Simply no one. On behalf of myself, my friends, and those who couldn't make it to Malaysia, my friends back there in Qatar, back there in Yemen, whom their circumstances did not allow them to come to attend this day, I would like to say thank you, UTM, for everything you have taught us. Thanks for all our lecturers and all our faculty members. I know we have been annoying, but we really want to say thank you for actually being patient and for helping us on every single time we used to come and annoy you in your desk, so the email, through WhatsApp, or everywhere. Thank you, UTM, for providing us the environment to learn, to grow, to discover ourselves. Thank you, my friends, for being such amazing friends. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Terima kasih banyak Siti Hamidah dan juga Abdulah AlSolaiman atas ucapan sebentar tadi. Sangat bagi semangat kita yang tak graduate pula rasa semangat. Thank you so much. Terima kasih banyak. Baiklah, majlis akan diteruskan dengan penyampaian anugerah medal ya kan. Graduan semua dah bersedia?
Sehari slide dah sedia.
Ibu bapa dah bersedia? Bapa kan bersedia juga nak tengok anak-anak naik ke pentas. Okey Kak Ni, teruskan Kak Ni.
Okey, nampaknya semua dah bersedia ni Mbak Hana. Bolehlah kita teruskan ke acara seterusnya. Sebelum kita ke